are live. Let's stop that before that gets out of hand.
I wasn't on mic. Nobody heard me.
I heard you.
Well, I'm right next to you.
No, in my ears. Good morning, Unity.
Good morning, Dave.
Morning, Dave.
We'll try
Wow.
that again.
I feel like the teacher from Snoopy. Wow, 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 wow. Good morning, Unity.
Wah, wah, wah,
All right, you made up for it a little bit. This is where we stop talking to our neighbor. I'm looking at everybody who's still doing that. And we sit down, or we stand up. We don't sit down, we stand up. We sing from our feet, not from our seats. Thank you, Laurel. Prime example. If you don't know how to do it, look this way. They're standing. We're going to sing a couple songs, which is fun.
Not really sure how they go.
Which is fun, and that's in order. The God in me beholds the God in you. Simple words.
The God in me beholds the God in you.
Namaste.
Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
All is beautiful.
All is beautiful. All is well. All is beautiful. All is well.
You heard this song, it's simple. Sing the God in me beholds the God in you. Here we go, everybody go.
The God in me beholds the God in you.
Namaste.
Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste.
All is beautiful.
All is beautiful. All is well. All is beautiful. All is well.
Okay, we did not give you a difficult song this morning. We gave you a nice, simple song. So we're going to hear you sing for us. Ready? Just the crowd. Here we go. Great. Namaste. God. Namaste. All is beautiful. Yay. Good job, crowd.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you.
That's all the words. Open the eyes of my heart. Sing.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you.
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 Take it to the bridge, Rick.
To see your light lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing, holy, holy, holy.
Open the eyes, everybody.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you.
I want to see you.
I want to see you.
Open the eyes now.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see.
I want to see you.
I want to see you. I want to see you.
God in me beholds the God in you.
The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me namaste, namaste.
All is beautiful.
All is well.
Nice job. Good singing.
Namaste.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, and good morning to those who are online. My name is Rochelle Indra, and I will be your host this morning. And welcome to Unity. When I got dressed this morning, my boyfriend looked over and said, I'm sorry, where are you wearing those boots? Where are you going at 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning in those boots? And I said, well, I'm going to church, obviously. And he was like, I'm sorry, what? And I was like, oh, you don't know us. We are a wild soul sanctuary, are we not? Woo! Absolutely, absolutely. God, I love those howls in the morning. And a little C-3PO thrown in there, absolutely. So, yes, we are a wild soul sanctuary, so let's do our mission statement together. Dun-dun, here we are. We stand together to celebrate global ecosystem of unity, deep wisdom, and loving kindness. Yes, Eric, you don't need to. That's right, almost everybody stood up. You got it. You got us. And I want to give a big thank you to everybody who helps put this on in the morning. I'm on stage, Soulshine is on stage, but there are so many people that work so hard that we don't always see or think about how much work they're putting in and how much they're volunteering. The crew in the back getting us up online for everybody. The kitchen help helping us out. The greeters. Yeah, can we give a round of applause to absolutely everybody who is working so hard this morning. So thank you to everybody, and we see you. So we really appreciate everything that everybody helps out with. And since we are a community, it's the time to turn to the neighbor next to you and just say good morning. And just good morning, how are you? Just a nice quick hello, good morning. Wonderful. Good. Thank you. I know that scares everybody, but look, see, once we start doing it, then we can't stop, and and I was going to tell you this thing, and I wanted to, so I do love, at first I got really nervous when we started doing that, but I like that we do that because it just reminds us that we are community, and we do want to say hi to the people around us. And we are going to have a great service today. William is going to be our speaker today. I don't know about you, but raise your hand if the first time you met William, you thought, oh my God, storybook characters like wood gnomes are real, right? This one is pretending to be a human? Like I met him, I was like, oh, it's a wood fairy pretending to be a human man. Yeah, everybody? Yeah, thank you. Yep, everybody? So this is the perfect topic for William to be talking about with us today. So I am very, very much looking forward to it. And we're going to do what we always do in the morning, which is remind us that we have this couch on stage. It still says in my notes, a chair on stage. But I love that we have a couch on stage. And this is the place to place all the people that you love that can't be here with us today, whether they are homesick, whether they are across the country, across the world, across the Rainbow Bridge, whoever they are, and if they are meaningful to you. As I always say, I put my little Pomeranian here on the side, so he's small, your people can scooch in. So it's a beautiful time to take a moment and say, who is still here with me right now, even if they are not physically here with me right now? So feel free to place them somewhere on the couch. I also love, in my mind, placing on the couch all the tribes whose land this is that we are on, that we are walking about, and to thank them. That is the Wasco tribe, the Warm Springs, the Klamath, and the Paiute tribes. I always, in my heart, try to invite them also to be a part of this with us. So if you're welcome to do that as well, but I think it's important to acknowledge it. Okay, who here is ready for celebrations? Does anybody have any celebrations? And I've got 2 helpers that said that they would come up and help me with celebrations. Yes. Ooh, the mics are already on. Ladies, here you go. Okay, raise your hand high so these lovely young ladies can see you. Ooh, I see a celebration over here in this beautiful jean jacket over here. Okay, yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm celebrating selling my home, and I'll be moving into a new home in a few weeks. So that's a celebration. And today's my mom's 107th birthday.
Oh my gosh, woohoo! 2 wonderful.
She's no longer with us, by the way.
Hey, it is her birthday, absolutely. Maybe she's on the couch with us. Reverend Jane.
I'm celebrating being back from phase 1 of my sabbatical, and just so grateful to all of you for providing that opportunity. I had a wonderful, restful time. I got to work on my book a whole bunch. I had lots of times with my grandkids. I went to the beach more than once. It was a wonderful, restful time, so thank you.
Woohoo! Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. We have somebody over here. Yes.
I'm celebrating that all the things I've been doing for my plantar fasciitis have been working, and I got to go for a walk this morning.
Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. I feel you. I've had that too. Mine has nothing to do with the boots. Yes.
I'm
Dave.
celebrating Tuesday and Wednesday this last week. I rented the Unitarian Universalist Sanctuary and the piano, and I tracked 13 songs for my album, so I'm really happy.
Woo! Oh my gosh, that's very exciting. Got some exciting ones today. Okay, who else? Who else? Yes.
Hi. I got to. What? Oh. I got to be in a murder mystery party, which was fun.
Yeah? Awesome.
Names were kind of ridiculous, though.
That's part of the fun, right? Wonderful. That's awesome. How fun. Yes. This beautiful young lady over here in the front here in the gray.
I got mine too while it's traveling. Hi, how
Perfect.
are you?
Yep.
Hey, I'm just celebrating me and this lady going out like 2 30-year-old old people and going to a festival together. It's rare we get time away from the kids, and we got to book something, and we worked really hard to like figure out a few days for ourselves. So just celebrating an upcoming trip.
That is huge. That is huge. Congratulations. That's a big deal with a babe. That's a big deal.
We had so much competition of all the activities, but we had the healer's circle here yesterday. It was so intimate and sweet, and I got to work with 4 people. And please come next month, and it's the 3rd Saturday of every month.
Woohoo! Excellent. Thank you. Okay, we'll take 2 more. Okay. You have a celebration?
I have a celebration in October.
Okay, you Let's start now. I love it. I love it. Good. That is something to celebrate. Okay, we'll take this last one here.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi, Rev. Better late than never. Little joke there, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed the flags out there.
Uh-huh.
But that was an inspiration of Eric Moyerman and Dan Stevenson. Bless their hearts. And some donations from others, including the ownership. And I hope you enjoy those signs, and I hope they work for us out there and help expand our loving community.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay, thank you, ladies. You can bring the mics back up. Thank you. And for those of you online, thank you for just putting the chair. For those of you online who may have missed it, Kelly came in a little bit late, and so we were just acknowledging that Kelly showed up. In the middle. We'll start over. So, welcome to Unity. That's right. There were good jokes. You missed all the good jokes. I also love that we do Earth Day celebrations. I love, love, love this because it just warms my heart when we have all the hard things about the climate, about the environment out there. I just love that we do an Earth celebration, and this is a beautiful one today. Last year, Europe removed a record 487 dams and other river barriers. More than 2,671 miles of river were connected through this initiative, restoring ecosystems, reversing natural loss, boosting climate resilience, and enhancing water security. Yeah, something to definitely, yeah, I love that. That is a big deal. So, love when we do that. Okay, now I think it's time for the kids to get to go and have their wonderful adventure for the day. So can we have the kids come up? And who's working with the kids? Can we have them come up? Okay, wonderful, excellent. Thank you. Okay, come on up. Hello, hello. And we are going to do our prayer for all the children and the ones celebrating in October. So here we go. You do, thank you. Okay. We appreciate the holy gifts you are. We see the Christ light shining from you. May you always know what a treasure you are. May you always bring your gifts freely and fully to the world. Namaste. You guys go have fun. Okay, off you go. Follow the leader. There you go. We've got a good turnout today. They're going to go have fun. Okay, here we go. And now to do our announcements is our lovely Reverend Jane coming back from the beach.
Okay, so announcements. I'll wait till they come up on the screen. All right, we have our sound bath tonight. If you haven't been to this yet, really do yourself a favor and come check it out. It is so blissful and just tunes up your vibration. We have coming up on Monday an educational movie night, which is called Blue Vinyl. It's a documentary about the health effects of PVCs and plastics in general. So this isn't a fun kind of evening. This is like, let's acknowledge what's true and see if there's any room for us to make a difference in the world and make different choices. And we can't do that if we don't educate ourselves. So Anne Marie in the back she's with, is it PVC plastics? Anyway, she's a marine biologist, a teacher, and she has a lot of information on this. So if you have any questions, you can ask Anne Marie. Okay. For those of you online, she's letting us know that there's some entertaining parts about it, and you might even laugh. So, okay. Then we also have a couple of classes that are coming up. The first one is called Life Transitions, and it's based on the book Hell in the Hallway. Isn't that a great title? So, Dennis, would you come up and just share a little bit about that class? Dennis is a member of our board. He's actually our board secretary.
Well, thank you, everybody. For those who don't know Ellen Davenport, she wrote The 5 Principles, which is a classic Unity book. She's a Unity minister. She works for Unity Ministries worldwide. She's now the VP, I think, of media out there. And that 5 Principles book was a really big book in my life. And Hell in the Hallway is really, the hallway is about phase and transition. So for those who kind of understand transitions, there's typically 3 phases, right? There's a beginning, and third phase is, there's endings, and then there's new beginnings. That middle phase is called the void or the neutral zone, and that's kind of where the growth happens. And for me, it was kind of spiritual growth. It was just growth in my own maturity, those kinds of things. And the void, this middle zone, is where it's not a lot of fun, but that's where the gold is. And so I would like to, when I discovered this book and some other ones have similar constructs, it helped me just put some structure about life transitions. And I look back at those things, and I'm very thankful for what I went through on certain things that have happened in my life. And so the class is really about just kind of using this book as a construct to kind of talk about this stuff. I'm not even calling it a class. It's not a one-way lecture. It's going to be 4 classes starting on April 30th, which is a week from Tuesday. And the goal is kind of what I'm calling a super spirit group, right? It's going to be here in the foyer, 6 o'clock, and we'll kind of make it, it's going to be discussion. I have some slides to kind of work us through some really good quotes that are in the book and kind of get us some kind of going forward and putting some structure about how to kind of look maybe personally as you've gone through life transitions or things that are coming up, or if you're in the void today. So please see me in the foyer afterwards, after service. If you guys have any kind of questions on this, look forward to your attendance and hope to see you in my class. Thanks.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you for offering that. I think it's going to be really rich. And if you're interested in it, you sign up online. That's what you do with all of our classes. And it really helps the teacher to know and be prepared for how many are coming. It's not that you can't show up at the last minute, but it's really helpful if you register. I'm also going to be doing a class. This is a prosperity class, and it's called The Treasure in Your Field. So I'll be speaking next week on Sunday, and I'll be giving a part of that already, but I'd really encourage you to come. This is a mystical teachings approach to prosperity. And I'm offering it at 2 times. I'm offering it in the evenings and in the afternoons. So whether you're working full-time or you're not, you have opportunities. The next thing we have is the Queen's Caravan, Feminine Rising. This is a group by 2 women who, Claire Sierra works with the Mary Magdalene teachings, and Jan Jorgensen she's a vibrational healer and an empowerment coach. There's a lot of detail on the website about it, but this is good. They're doing this tour, and so it's a one-day only experience that is happening on Saturday, May 4th, from 1:30 to 4. And it sounds really interesting I think well, I don't know that it has to be for women. It's about the feminine rising. So if you're interested in that, this would be something to come to. All of the things that we have going on are listed on our calendar. So please get yourself a copy of the hard copy or get online and look and see everything that we have going on. So we're going to transition now to prayer. And the way that we do prayer in unity is those green forms. If you're sitting in the seats here in the sanctuary, right in front of you, there are green slips of paper, and that's where you can write down the things that you want to claim for bringing from heaven to earth, the heaven of your expansive mind and knowing what is possible, and the earth of material reality. You put them on the paper, and then our prayer team holds them with you. And if you are in our online community today, there's a link right there, the QR code. You can just press on that and put your claim in that way. We don't beg in unity. We claim, we know, and we hold the knowing together. And that's how we manifest the world that we want to create. Today, as we come together, we are holding a space. We wake up. I woke up this morning and I was lying in bed and thinking, I'm so tired. I don't want to get up. Does anybody else wake up thinking that first thought? But then I thought, that's not who I am. And I laid there thinking about who I am. I am one with the great I am. I am unlimited in my energy. I am available as the light shining through me. This is what is true about all of us. But the circumstances in our lives, they try to convince us otherwise. Those circumstances make us think we are less than. Before I was able to get out the door today, I got a text from Reverend Tam alerting me that Lisa Jordan, one of our prayer team, had a really hard experience last night. Her husband dropped dead very suddenly. Scott Jordan is his name. And And so things like that happen in our lives. That, you know, we don't have our expiration dates as human beings tattooed on our wrists. But there is a time. There's a time for all of us, and we never know when it will come. And when it comes suddenly, it's so shocking and so painful. And so together, we are a community, and we hold Lisa and her whole family right now in our hearts. We hold them for comfort because it's such a painful transition, but we also hold her and them for the knowing that they are more than that. That Scott hasn't gone anywhere, even though his body is not with us anymore. Let's take a moment in the silence, just listening to the soft music. And know this for the Jordan family. And know this for all of us, that we are the I am. Our circumstances are not in charge of us. They are not truth. They are illusion. Truth is ever present, abundant love and wholeness. Let's take that into song. Raise your voices and make it true.
Breathe in and know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go and know I am. Breathe in and know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go and know I come back again. I want you to stay next time, 'cause sometimes the world ain't kind when people get lost like you and me. I just made a friend. A friend is someone you need. But now that he had to go away, I still feel the words that he might say. Turn on your heart lights, let it shine wherever you go. Let it make a happy glow for all the world to see. Turn on your heart light in the middle of a young boy's dream. Don't wake me up too soon. Gonna take a ride across the moon, you and me. He's looking for a home, 'cause everyone needs a place, and home's the most excellent place of all. And I'll be right here if you should call me. Turn on your heart lights, let it shine wherever you go. Let it make a happy glow for all the world to see. Oh, turn on your heart light in the middle of a young boy's dream. Don't wake me up too soon. Gonna take a ride across the moon, you and me. And home's the most excellent place of all. And I'll be right here if you should call me. Turn on your heart light, let it shine wherever you go. Let it make a happy glow for all the world to see. Turn on your heart light in the middle of a young boy's dream. Don't wake me up too soon. Gonna take a ride across the moon, you and me. Turn on your heart light now. Turn on your heart light now.
You guys are weird. Yeah. I'm weird too.
God in me beholds the God in you. Weird in me beholds the weird in you.
Today's talk's about rediscovering our innocence, and this is coming from a process that I just took. Jane sent me an email and asked me to join this pilot program. And the pilot program was called We Space, Whole Body Mystical Meditation. And good would it be to be a wood elf if I wasn't practicing some kind of whole body mystical meditation? And even in my finding of unity, even since I was a little kid, I always knew there was more going on than what seemed apparent. And even in my introduction into the Bible and religion, the thing that I really loved about it was the idea of this concept of a loving creator and some sense of certainty, to have some sense of love and honor, integrity that wasn't for sale. We live in a world where profit rules. Forests are divided up into board feet of timber. Watersheds are considered profit. Fields, people, all for profit. And it never made sense to me. In fact, growing up and going to school, it was really hard for me to want to buy into this world we have because something always seemed wrong about it. And we're going to be talking about some structures and that gives us the ability to negotiate this life with a sense of integrity and purpose. And I want to read really quick. These are the 5 principles of unity, and I'm going to do a brief overview of these. And principle 1 is that God, and God's a loaded word. Sometimes I like to think of God as an infinitely reoccurring undulation of light, sound, frequency, vibration flowing through and around all things, encompassing the spaces in between. Sometimes I call it Chuck, sometimes Leonard, but the concept that everything that is comes from a source. And everything that is was something before. It's this unknowable, unnameable thing that we all exist in. And that it loves us inherently, and that it's inherently good. I think a great quote by Einstein was, the first thing you need to figure out is this world a friendly place? Because if you think the world is out to get you, then it will manifest that way. But if you think this world just wants to love you and cherish you, then you will find evidence for that also. Principle 2, and I'm going to read this right out of here. Human beings have a spark of divinity within them. This spirit within the very essence of God, or the infinitely reoccurring undulation of light, sound, frequency, vibration flowing through and around all things encompassing the spaces in between. And that their origin is also inherently good. There's dysfunction, there's misinformation, there's a lot of fear, but our inherent truth is goodness. Principle 3, human beings create their experiences by the activity of their thinking. Everything in the manifest realm has its beginning in thought. Hang on, time out. You're a player in this game. We play a part with this God thing. We play a part with this reality thing. What we choose to think about, what we choose to believe, affects our reality and our environment, directly within us and around us. So we're players in this game. We're part of this God thing happening right now. Okay. Principle 4. Prayer is creative thinking that heightens a connection with the God mind and therefore brings forth wisdom, healing, prosperity, and everything good. So here we are, we're like little individual bubbles within billions of uncountable bubbles, part of this happening God thing that's happening right now. And we have the choice with our thoughts to formulate ideas, but we're in a constant conversation with this reality. We're in a constant conversation with ourselves. We're in a constant conversation with our community, which means we're transmitting. Whether we're doing it consciously, whether you get up and stub your toe and go through your day with anger, or whether we choose to have grace for ourselves and for one another. But prayer, this creative thinking, we're doing 24/7. So we're having a constant conversation with this unknowable, unnameable God thing all the time. And what we think about and what we choose to pray has power. And principle 5, knowing and understanding the laws of life, also called truth, are not enough. A person must also live the truth that she or he knows. You know, we all have revelations, but when we start to practice this is when we really get results. We begin to forgive ourselves. We begin to have kindness. We begin to have grace. We begin to play a part in this life. So now back to whole body mystical meditation. This meditative practice was developed with a lot of insight into neuroscience, a lot of with heart math. I'm sure you're all familiar with heart math. And it's the idea of instead of meditating so as to leave the body, you are synchronizing your body to go into meditation. There's a couple different practices with this. One is the idea of the three faces of God. You know, God, the infinitely reoccurring undulation of light, sound, frequency, vibration, flowing through and around all things, encompassing the spaces in between. But it talks about the three faces of God. There is this universal principle of God that lies beneath of even the manifest world, that creates the blueprint for all things, the thing that all things are sourced from. This God principle probably doesn't know your name. This God principle just exists. It's not for any gain or any pleasure or anything like that. It exists because it exists, completely impersonal. The second face of God is the God that loves you, the loving, precious, benevolent presence that lies just beyond the material realm, that can negotiate time and space and create miracles that we can reach out to and we can talk to. The third face of God is the part of the divine that is us. If you were to go to a mirror right now and look in that mirror, through your pupils, the window of your soul, you would be looking at an image of yourself. But what is that looking out from behind your eyes? What is that hearing these words? You know, science can break down the atom, can create nuclear weapons, can do all kinds of cool stuff, but that simple thing is, what is your consciousness? What is that you were before you were born into a body? What is that part of you that goes on when this last exhalation happens? That is the divine within us, the genius, the creative. And with whole body mystical meditation, it goes through a practice steps of coming to our centers. Basically, three centers are our mind, our heart, and our gut. And when I first did this, I had the most amazing experience the first time. We sat and we went through the process of the whole body mystical meditation. And I remember opening my eyes, and I could feel everyone in that Zoom call in the room with me. We created this space together, this magnetic resonance through thought, feeling, and emotion that was tangible and real. And so there's a vagus nerve that comes through our body. This is the neuroscience part. And it comes from our brain, through the back of our heart, and down to our womb. And I'm going to be using the term womb. We're calling it a spiritual womb. And something about that really triggered in me, and I did a little research. We have three brains. We have three places in our body where synapsis occurs. We have our brain in our head. Our heart is our biggest brain. They found out that more information goes from our heart to our head and from our heart to our gut than from our head to our heart. We have a brain in our gut. Each of these brains has memories. Each of these brains can learn. And so in the practice, we go through and we center, through our vagus nerve, we calm down, we center, and we not oscillate, but balance, connect these three centers. And once we do that, we come out of the meditation into our we space, which is our group. And we practice together innocence. Well, hang on, time out. I remember with my daughter, we're coloring one day, and there was a page, and she said, "Dad, draw me a dog." I'm there with a crayon and a paper, and it was so hard for me just to put the crayon to the paper and start to draw a dog. That's how disconnected I was from my creative center. And in this, we'll go through and we'll do the meditation practice, and we open it up and we share our experience, because as we go through the centers, we create space to listen to innocently listen. What are we saying? What are our three brains trying to tell us? We are not just transmitters through prayer and thought, but we're also receivers. We're receiving information from the cosmos all the time. After doing this meditation, I started thinking, this is like a ninja Jedi training session. Well, I'm learning to center myself. I'm learning to align the three brains, and I'm learning to listen to what inspiration's coming through. We were in one of the classes. It was one of the first classes, and not everyone in here knows me. I grew up around here. I started a business when I was 19 because there was nothing else I could do. The timber industry was falling. All the mills were going down, and my family were loggers and millwrights. My dad worked for the mill, which is now a mall. And I started doing floors, stripping, waxing, cleaning, refinishing floors. And I've been doing that now for 33 years. But in this we space meditation, we come out and we take turns giving mystical meditations. Like, for instance, just for an example, let's say we're in a we space and Jane's with us. The group would stop and say, okay, we're going to lovingly give our attention to Jane. And with our three brains aligned, we sit there and we create a space and listen innocently for anything that might, be for Jane. And then we would share, Jane, I got this vision of you walking down a city street with a briefcase. Or I just saw you standing in the sunshine. This lady said to me, she goes, and she lives in Florida. She says, William, I saw you with a floor buffer, buffing a floor. And in our initial one, Jim Pasmore was there. So Jim and I go into this first meditation, we space meditation, and this lady says, this really sweet old lady, she goes, Jim, you need to make peace with your brother. And Jim's like, I haven't spoke to my brother for 6 months. We've been feuding. But the idea to innocently listen, the idea to touch base with who we are as divine aspects of God and innocently listen and let the divine work through us is a practice. In the We Space Whole Body Mystical Meditation, small groups of people give each other that permission to be like children in a sandbox, innocently discovering their own divine genius, and then to use that for the highest good of all. I mean, it's really a beautiful thing. So let's do one real quick. Let's do a whole body mystical meditation. As your attorney, I advise you to close your eyes and sit back in your seat, and I'll try not to trip on this carpet. Okay, follow me on a journey in words as we consciously, of our own free moral agency, choose to sit here together to go on a mystical meditation. So breathe a couple times really deeply. And know your truth. And know that you are held in a precious, benevolent love. We're going to bring our attention to our heart. This is where we're going to begin. One way is by placing your hands on your heart. Another can be by tapping, starting with your head, and tap, and just feel that tap, and bring that touch down to your jaw, and then your neck, and then bring that tapping to your heart. Another thing we can do is in this moment right now, think of a beautiful moment. Think of a cherished loved one. Think of something that reminds you of a love, a time when you were accepted and loved and cherished for who you are. It could have been a moment holding a baby. It could have been watching a sunset. But the purpose of this isn't the thing, it's the feeling. Let's resonate that love, that whole, certain, cherished, benevolent love, and feel that frequency vibration building in our hearts. And let this precious love grow. Innocent, whole, certain love grow. And as we feel this love, let's bring our attention down to our feet. We're bringing this beautiful love energy to our feet. We're feeling roots grow from our feet down into the earth, holding us, founding us. We are woven into the very nature of this existence. We have a seat in this reality. We belong here. We're certain. Let's bring this loving attention from our feet, completely founded, completely grounded in knowing truth. Let's bring it up to our spiritual womb, to our gut. And let's create a space here within our spiritual room. This is a place of images, of knowings. This is not a place of intellect, but this is a root chakra with all of the knowledge and experiences of our forefathers handed down 1,000 generations. All of this knowledge and all this knowing lives within us. We know what we know, and that comes from this place. And let's sit in here for just a moment. These are channels and spaces of information transference within us. As we feel this area expand with our connection to the earth, let's bring our attention back up to our hearts and rest of this place. And I just love to say precious love. Sometimes it's my response to 1,000 different situations, just precious love. We are so worthy of this precious love within ourselves and to share it with others. We feel this oscillating, vibrating frequency of love. And from this place, let's go up into our mind space, the place of intellect and thought. Ram Dass said, "The mind makes a wonderful servant, but a terrible master." With this practice, once we've aligned, we come up into our minds and find that it's often a placid, smooth, clear stream. We can plant seeds in or drop pebbles in and watch them ripple off. Let's sit here together consciously in this beautiful space within that's always available for us, that desires to serve us. Let's slowly bring our attention back into the room. You can wiggle your fingers or your toes. You can clip your fingernails. It's an honor to be here with all of you. Right now, we're currently doing our first group with Unity with the We Space meditation. And it's really a powerful thing when we can take the time and rest in each one of these spaces. And each time it's like going on a mission to Mars, and that's your crew. You have a small crew and you're going on a mission to Mars, and you're going within, and then everyone gets to share with each other and grow and learn together. And that's why I'm here at Unity, is to grow and learn and evolve and make new mistakes. I don't want to have to make the same mistakes over and over again. I am completely open to make new and inventive and ingenious mistakes. But as long as I'm doing time in a body, I want to continue to grow. And this whole body mystical meditation has been a beautiful thing. I'm still learning how to do it as far as directing a group. It was really nice when I was just taking the class and I could go on it. But we're going to be opening up new groups coming up in the near future. And we'll be teaching this whole body mystical meditation and then bringing it into our prayer practice so that life isn't simply just happening to us, that we may become agents of light in this time of perceived fear, that we may become channels of love, and even a moment of grace. Something I remember a few characters in my life. All they had to do was walk into a room, and you could feel the whole room go, ah. I've always wanted to be one of those people. And with these practices, we not only we can, it's inevitable we will, because life is calling us forth now. And it's been an honor to talk about this We Space mystical meditation and the Unity's 5 principles. so that I can become my own little wood gnome, elf, ninja, Jedi, spiritual person. And we all get to do this together. It's an honor. Thank you.
You, my friend, are a channel of love. Thank you. Wow. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go on a meditation of a different kind. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. So we're going to, you know that choose your adventure stories, right? We're going to return to innocence, like William has been speaking about, and we're going to go on a little adventure. So you get to choose whether you're a gnome, an elf, or a fairy, or make up any other mystical character. And when we go on this meditation, which we're going to start right now, we're going to close our eyes. We're going to feel our fairy feet or elf feet on the ground. Maybe our ears are pointed. Maybe we smell like lavender. You are making up your mystical, wonderful creature as we speak, as I speak. And as you come in touch with this beautiful return to innocence of making something up like this, you're going to do your meditation as if you were this character. So this is an opportunity, like William was talking about, to play, to go back to the creative genius that you are. And if there's any belief system in there that you're not a creative genius, this is going to dispel that belief in a moment. So as you go through, we're going to be in the forest. We're going to be in the forest. As you go through this forest meditation, I want you to act as if you are this mystical creature. What are you seeing? Who are you meeting? What are the smells, the scents? What do the trees look like? And just allow yourself to have fun. As I play the flute, that's your accompaniment in the forest as you're going through this. So let's get into that mystical character. And actually, I'm going to be an elf playing the flute. And here we go. So I just came back from my journey, and I had a big basket of beautiful berries, and I shared it with you in a picnic. And allow yourself this week to imagine and create and be that fantastical, innocent, creative genius that you are. And as you come back to the room, may you have new eyes, knowing that you are magnificent, creative, and worthy of all of the love, joy, and happiness. Wake up your eyes, wake up your body, wiggle those toes and those fingers, and welcome back. Oh, sorry.
You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always stay around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. I feel like this is the beginning. No, I've loved you for a million years. And if I thought our love was ending, I'd find myself drowning in my own tears. Oh, you are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always stay around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. You must have known that I was lonely, because you came to my rescue. And I know that this must be heaven. How could so much love be inside of you? Oh, you are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always stay around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always stay around. You are the apple of my eye. Forever you'll stay in my heart. Forever you'll stay in my heart. Forever you'll stay in my heart.
Thank you so much, Soul Shine. I appreciate that so much. And thank you to Donna, too. Was that on a beautiful meditation? Thank you so much. Thank you. And to William, thank you so much for that, teaching us a new meditation. We really appreciate that. And I always find it so interesting when somebody aspires to be something without realizing that they already are. Because when he said, I've always wanted to be those people, I walk in the room and we go, ah. I'm like, I think we all feel that when we're with you. Absolutely. So, yes. See, there you go. Even Dave. So thank you so much for bringing your joy to us. We really appreciate that. And now is our time for the offering. So I'd love for our greeters to come on up and help us out. And there are many ways to give. You may give little green pieces of paper. In person, we take cash, we take checks. There's also ways to do it online through text and scanning QR code as well. Remember, this is how we come together in community, how we support our community. Remember, it takes a lot to bring this all together, as we said about all the people who are giving their time in the morning, and we go through the announcements of just all the activities and things that we do here, and it does take money to come together in that way, so we appreciate your offerings, and take it away with my favorite song of the day. Here we go. Dance if you want to.
Just said it's not a game show theme song. Here you go, gratitude.
I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you and thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. I got gratitude in my heart. In my heart.
I got
gratitude in my soul. In my soul, baby. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you.
Dankeschön.
I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all.
Excellent. Thank you, guys. And I forgot to mention that if you did fill out your green prayer, I can do this, green prayer claim form, you can also put it in the basket, and you can come up after and put it in the basket, or catch one of these lovely ladies on the way out to do that as well. And let's do our blessing over our offering. Okay. From the love of pure spirit within us, we bless these gifts. We see them forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly, and so it is. Thank you, ladies, so much. And is there anybody who is here for the first time, or maybe you're here for the second or third time, but you've never sort of raised your hand and introduced yourself to us? Is there any brave soul in the audience? It's not mandatory. Excellent. Do you mind if we come over and just ask you how you found us and what your name is?
My name is James, and I'm William's younger brother.
Hi, welcome. Oh, we're so excited.
Well, I obviously found out through my brother William, and I can just see him change in his growth, and I want to be a part of this. I'm trying to learn how, and I want to learn and grow as well.
I love it, James. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. And did you notice they share a voice? Oh my gosh. Yeah, right? Like, oh, clearly they're brothers. Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing, James. Anybody else here for the first time, or just, it's been coming for 9 years, just brave to finally say your name for the first time? Anybody? Okay. Thank you so much. If you are new and you're like, yeah, lady, I'm absolutely not doing that, that's okay. We do have little blue cards in the back of the chairs. We'd love to get a little information. And again, I always like to say this is not because then if you don't show up, I show up at your house on Monday morning and ask why. No, it's not that. I'm not going to harass you over your cereal in the morning. It's just so that we can send you some of our information of what we do here year and make sure that you don't miss any of the wonderful events. So you can always fill those out and give it to one of us at the end. So thank you. If you are new, thank you for coming and visiting us. And do we have any prayer chaplains in the audience right now that can come up and help us do our reading of our prayer of intention? Okay. She's already on stage. Okay, there we go. We're perfect. Let's do our prayer of intention together. The holy light shines within and all around me. A presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world. I go forth from here in joy to bless the world with my loving light. Thank you guys so much, and please take that with you out into the rest of your day and the rest of your week. Have a good one, guys.
I got gratitude in my heart. Woo! Got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. Have a good week. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all.
I felt it, though. I liked our